Taking some time now to settle the body, sitting in a comfortable position, whether that is with the legs crossed or the legs out in front of the body, or even in Vajrasan, whatever works for you. And making sure that the spine is straight and the head and neck are aligned with the spine. Hands are on your knees in a mudra of your choice. And the shoulders and back and down, but relaxed. Eyes and mouth are lightly closed. Take a long, deep inhalation now. And when you exhale, release all the events and happenings that have happened today for you. Just let them all go. Release them all out into the universe. And take another long, deep inhalation in. And this time, when you exhale, release all the conversations and interactions you've had today in whatever form they may have taken. Just let them all go. And again, another long, deep inhalation. This time, as you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of anything you need to do outside of this class, and give yourself the gift of being right here and right now. There's nothing else you need to do right now. So allow yourself to enjoy being in the present moment. And return to the natural breath. And observe the natural breath. Observe how the inhalation causes the abdomen to expand and the chest expand. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And just following it along. And this class will be dedicated to balancing energy. And so as you breathe in this moment, set the intention, set the Sankalpa of balancing energy with your body and mind, and visualize a soft, glowing light filling you with calm and steady energy, preparing you for the practices ahead. And just sit with this visualization for a few moments. And on the next exhalation, as you visualize this light, gently bring it up to the eyebrow center. And visualize this light sitting steadily at the eyebrow center. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our yogic traditions and to each other, so we can all learn together without ill will. And then we'll begin our class. So breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinadvadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. And we're going to begin this class first lying in Shavasana. So come down onto the back. With the legs hip width apart to begin with. Lying on the back with the palms facing up. And just allow the body to melt into the floor. And feel the balance between the left and the right side of the body on the floor. So ensure there's balance on the back, on the right and the left side beside the spine. Just feel that balance in the back. And now leave the arms with the palms facing the sky, but bring the legs, the feet in front of the buttocks, and then gently bring the knees out towards the side and put the soles of the feet together. And just allow the hips to open in this way, keeping the arms where they are, breathing into the position. And you'll notice with each exhalation that the hips will open a little bit further. Your knees will move a little bit further towards the floor. Now bring the knees together and complete the practice twice more, just holding for your own duration. And practices that open the hips are very beneficial to women, particularly in balancing energy. So when you're feeling low on energy, these are really great practices to do. At the end of your final round, bring the knees back together and bring the hands together in front of the chest in prayer position. And this time we're going to do the same practice on the lower half of the body, but as we bring the knees out to the floor, raise the hands together above the head, stretching up through the torso and allowing the knees to fall towards the floor. And then inhale back, bring the knees together and the hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice. So inhaling as you bring the arms up, exhaling as you bring them back. And just observing how each time you can actually move a bit further into practice. And after your 5th round, lie in Shavasana. And observe the movement of energy as a result of this practice. Now, our next practice is going to be a bridge asana. So bring the feet Again, flat on the floor, not right up in front of the buttocks, a little bit away. Place the palms on underneath the buttocks first, with the palms on the floor. So this is the first variation. So for this practice, inhale and then raise the buttocks off the floor, keeping the palms on the floor, and hold. And then exhale, bring the buttocks back to the floor. Now, the next level of this practice is that you can bring the hands out to the side. And if you're at that level, you can try and actually grab the ankles. I'm not there, so I prefer the first level. But if you are at that stage, you can inhale and then bring the hands out. You can grab onto the ankles. If you can't, you can always leave your hands there or just put them back underneath the buttocks like we did in the first variation. Holding for your own duration and then exhaling, bringing the buttocks back to the floor. Complete another 3 rounds, trying to hold the final round a little bit longer than the others. And after your final round, bring the buttocks back to the floor, but don't come back into Shavasana. Instead, bring the knees to the chest, hug the knees, and just give the back a little bit of a massage. You could either go from side to side or do circles. Just feel what your body needs. And then when you feel that you have had enough of a massage, again in your own time, bring the feet to the floor again in front of the buttocks. And then you can either have the hands out to the side at elbow height or place them behind the head as long as the elbows can reach the floor. Then inhale, and when you exhale, bring the knees to the right, keeping the feet in contact with the floor, and turn the head to the left, the knees to right, head to left, for a spinal twist. And you can breathe in the position and just allow the body to ease into it. And you'll notice with that exhalation that it allows the body to ease into the posture a little bit more. Inhale back to center, head and knees to center. Inhale and then exhale, bringing the head to the right and the knees to the left. Again, holding for your own duration. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice. And after your final round, just lie in Shavasana for a little while, just to feel the effects of the practice. And our next practice will be Agyaneyasana, which is a low lunge. So very gently and mindfully, come up so that you're standing on your knees. So standing up on your knees, the feet are flat on the floor, so your tops of your feet are flat. So begin with the right leg. Bring the right leg forward, lunging forward, and with the hands in prayer position, you can keep them either at the heart space or above the head, arching your back a little bit. And you can either have the arms apart, stretching up, looking up, head is tilted back, looking up, or you can keep them in prayer position. Hold for your own duration, and then bring the palms back and bring the knee back. Complete the same on the left side, and we'll complete 3 rounds on each leg. Again, this asana is very good at helping to balance the energy. And if you have any knee issues, you can always put a cushion down. I should have said that before. I do have knee issues. I'm very lucky. I have very soft carpet. I'm okay. But again, listen to your body. And if something isn't working for you, please do something else, or even just visualize the practice. Use the breath, particularly the exhalation, to help you to ease further in. And then after your final round, we're coming up to standing. So we'll do head to foot pose on the way up. So bringing the feet flat on the floor, allowing the top half of the body to hang over the bottom half of the body. Either leave the hands loose, or you could grab the opposite elbow and just allow the body to hang. Remembering to breathe. And then when it's right for you, very gently roll up to a standing position, and just again focusing on balance, making sure that your feet are evenly apart at hip width apart, and that you're balanced evenly on both legs. There's balance between left and right sides of the body. The arms are loose, shoulders are back and down, not hunched in any way, open and relaxed, head and neck are aligned with the spine. And if it's okay to have your eyes closed, I recommend doing that. And just observing the balance that is natural within the body. And to move on from that, we are going to do a balancing posture. So we're going to do Nataraj Asana, but we'll do it in a few stages first, just to make sure the focus is on balance. As to ease into the position, bring the arms out at shoulder height, and we're going to balance on the left foot first. Bring the knee like you're standing on a step. Find a point on the wall so that you can focus, and then just bring the knee up and just hold for a few breaths, and then bring it down, arms and knee down, and then do the same on the left. So just focusing. First, arms up first, Knee up like you're standing on a step. Just to get the feel of the balance. Knee down, arms down. Now, I'll demonstrate. I haven't done this one for a while, but I'll demonstrate Revitalised Asana. First thing, again, we'll balance first on the left leg. So finding that point on the wall, bring the right foot up to the buttock. Making sure that trying to get the right knee next to the left knee so they're aligned. So once you're in this position, then bring the hand up. I recommend using this mudra. It's at a 45-degree angle. And then when you feel steady, tilt the body forward. And the aim is to bring the leg out behind. I'm not there yet. I just keep it there. But play with the position, see what you can do. And then when it's right, tilt the body up, bring the hand down, and then bring the leg down. Then find, again, some space in between right and left, and then complete the practice with the left leg. We're going to do 3 rounds of this practice, so taking your own time to do this. And be kind to yourself as well if you haven't done this practice before or if you haven't for a long time. Again, the focus is on balance. So also observing the mind while you're going through this practice as well. After your final round of the practice, come back to standing Shavasana. And again, observing what's happening for you in the body and the mind. And then when it's right for you, come down into a sitting position. We'd still have a couple of postures to do from a sitting position to work on the upper body. And then we're going to move into pranayama. And so again, from the sitting position, just checking in with your posture, observing that you're balanced and that how you're sitting, you're steady and comfortable. Our next practice will be shoulder rotations, bringing the right fingers to the right shoulder, left fingers to the left shoulder, bringing the elbows together in front of the body. Inhale, bring the elbows up, back and down, exhaling on the downward movement. And then inhaling, bringing the elbows in front of the body again. Complete 5 rounds in each direction. And observe the release of muscles in the tops of the shoulders from this practice, and aim to coordinate the breath with the practice. Trying to establish that body, breath, mind connection that can help so much in balancing our energy. After your final round, just take some time to observe and check in again with your posture, and particularly making sure the head and neck are aligned, because our final practice will be neck rotation. So before we go into this, be very gentle, and this practice really requires you to be very balanced in the way that you do rotate the head on the neck, so that it's smooth and even, and it can be a wonderful way again to relieve any stress. We'll begin by inhaling, and then when you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and bring the right ear around to the right shoulder. Inhale as you bring the head back behind the body to where is right for you, and then bring the left ear to the left shoulder as you exhale, and bring the chin to the chest again. This is 1 round. Complete up to 5 rounds. This practice, really slowing it down. Smooth, even, and balanced movement. Once you reach your final round, keep the eyes closed, the head again in line with the neck and the spine. And just observe the natural breath. Allow the natural breath to regulate. And observe how you're feeling after all of the practices so far. And our pranayama practice for this class will be nadi shodhana, which is the alternate nostril breathing. Find a comfortable position Again, checking your posture, very important. And for this, why I chose this practice is that it is so essential in helping to balance the nadis, which is balancing Ida and Pingala, which help to bring oxygen to both sides of the brain, even both sides of the temperament, whether you're active or you feel a bit more lethargic. It's just the perfect practice for this. To begin with, bring the right hand to the face with the first and middle finger at the eyebrow center. With the right thumb, cover the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril to the eyebrow center. Cover the left nostril with the ring finger. Uncover the right nostril and exhale out of the right nostril. Then inhale again through the right nostril to the eyebrow center. Cover the right nostril and uncover the left, exhaling out of the left nostril. So it's in through the left to the eyebrow center, out through the right, in through the right to the eyebrow center, and then out through the left. Just using your natural breath, making sure that the breath is from the abdomen and the chest rather than a shallow breath. And if you have a specific count, please do that. If you are at the stage where you retain the breath slightly after the exhalation and inhalation, you're most welcome to do that as well. But if this is your first time doing this practice, just do it the way that I instructed, using the natural breath. You should not be gasping for breath in any way. It's just a very smooth, easy, natural breathing process. And we'll do this for another minute or so. So if your arm gets tired, you can always cup and rest it and support it with the left arm. And when you reach an exhale from the left nostril next time, release the hand from the practice, keep the eyes closed, and just breathe through both nostrils to the eyebrow center. And observing the balance that this practice creates in the body and the mind. And then when it's right for you, very mindfully and consciously lie down in Shavasana to prepare for Yoga Nidra. Please make sure that you have any cushions or coverings that you may need so that you're comfortable and don't need to move throughout the practice. Lying on the back with the arms a little bit away from the body and the palms facing the sky. The legs are hip width apart and all tensions released from the legs so that the feet flop to the sides. There's balance between the right and the left side of the body. And you may like to tuck in your chin a little just to check that your head and neck are aligned. And the eyes and the mouth are lightly closed. Take a long, deep inhalation. And when you exhale, release the body into the floor. And again, take another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, release any remaining tension in the body. And particularly focusing on the face, make sure that you're not clenching your jaw or tightening the muscles behind the eyes. But sometimes we do unknowingly. But just check in so that all expression is released from the face. And feel the body's contact against the floor. Beginning with the heels, feel the heels against the floor. Feel the back of the legs and the buttocks against the floor. Feel the back against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms against the floor. And feel the contact of the back of the neck and the back of the head against the floor. And feel how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And become aware now of sound. Listen for sounds first that are way off in the distance. You don't need to name or identify the sounds, just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. Bring the sound awareness a little closer now to sounds outside the room where you are. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And then bring it a little closer to focusing on sounds inside the room where you are. And bring the awareness now to sounds inside the body. First, focusing on the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now feel the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sounds now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space because it may emerge on its own. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now over to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body, beginning with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now to the face, with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, the chin, and the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath. Observe just how subtle the natural breath has now become, how balanced and subtle the natural breath has now become. And observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. We'll now add a visualization to the natural breath. On the inhalation, visualize that you are drawing in balanced energy, filling your body with calm vitality. And on the exhalation, you will release any excess or stagnant energy, allowing the mind to become still and balanced. Inhaling balanced energy, exhaling stagnant energy. And if the mind wanders, use the breath to bring it back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now. And instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels like it is underneath the warmth of the sun's rays. And you feel the gentle heat spreading throughout the body, energizing you. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. It feels like it's underneath the warm sun, and the sun is energizing you. Release the feeling of heat now and replace it instead with a feeling of coldness. The body is feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside and can feel the cool touch of a refreshing breeze. The feeling of cool soothes and calms any excess heat within the body. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside amidst the cool, refreshing breeze. Release this feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels as though it's sinking deep into the earth and feels secure and stable. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, as though it's sinking deeper into the earth. Release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body is feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels as though it's floating in the air, free from any heaviness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, as though it's floating in the air. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations completely. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium. And instead now come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You are standing at the center of a peaceful forest. You are surrounded by tall, green, strong trees. The air is crisp and fresh and filled with the scent of pine and earth. A soft glowing light shines above your head, representing pure and balanced energy. As you inhale, this light slowly descends through the top of your head and moves down through your entire body. You feel the light energizing and balancing every part of you, from your mind to your heart to your legs and all the way down to your feet. As the light moves through you, it clears away any blocks or imbalances and leaves you feeling centered and in perfect harmony. This balanced energy radiates out from your body, creating a calm and peaceful aura around you. And take a few moments now to feel the deep sense of balance and tranquility that this light brings to you, knowing that you are fully aligned in mind, body, and spirit. And you can hold on to this feeling and this visualization at any time, because it's time now to leave the forest. But as you leave the forest, you are leaving with the sense of balance and tranquility. And it is with you as you return back to your mat and call to mind your Sankalpa, or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And begin to feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen. And as you allow the breath to deepen, feel the movement it creates in the body. Observe how the back moves and presses against the floor on the inhalation. Check in with your body now and observe how you feel at this moment. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room where you are. Remember the color of your mat, the color of your coverings. Remember the time of day. And begin to hear the sounds around you, and remember the world attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently externalize and move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You may like to bring the arms above the head for a full body stretch, or gently move the head from side to side. But take your time. And when it's right for you, roll onto the right side for a few moments. And keeping the eyes closed or downcast, when you're ready, come up to a comfortable sitting position, trying to maintain this peace and balance that you have created in the body and the mind. And now visualize that soft glowing light within the body that's filled you with calm and steady energy. And observe that light as it moves throughout the body, and visualize it now at the eyebrow center. Observe the light steady and bright. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our class. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.